Yes. So good morning to one and all. Today's newspaper, that is the Hindu. So let's we see the headlines. So these are the headlines. So here, okay. So Tuesday, September 8, 2020. So the Hindu. Next, these are the headlines. Okay. So Indira Gandhi calls Peace Prize 2019 conferred on Sir David Attenborough. So this is regarding the Indira Gandhi's prize for 2019. Okay. And next, so okay. So next, at virtual rally, Nitish sets Bihar elections campaign rolling. So this is regarding the election campaign. Next, so measures needed to protect growth potential, says Rajan. Next, Djokovic disqualified from the US Open for accidentally striking a line judge. So we have seen this day before yesterday. Next, so government intervention in education policy should be minimal. So Prime Minister said. So people's doubts must be addressed before NEP implementation, Modi says. So the government intervention in the educational policy should be minimal. Prime Minister Modi said on Monday, so emphasizing that the policy belongs to the whole country rather than to any particular government in power. Okay. So the educational policy and the education system are important means of fulfilling the aspirations of the country. So the center and the state governments as well as local bodies all responsibility for the education system. So this is the regarding the education system. So education is the most effective means of social justice and personal advancement. So there is no better investment rather that in the education to improve the future of the society. Okay, this is about the quotation of the president. Next year, so hypersonic cruise ship vehicle test puts India in the elite club. So DRDO says, so it will help develop hypersonic cruiser missile. So need for speed. Okay, a few of the hypersonic technology demonstrates the vehicle. So it attained a speed of not or match 6 times the speed of the sound. So we have seen that the missile target, so which is very high one. Next term, speed and comes out at hypersonic speeds. So these are the features of this missile. So yesterday we have seen this testing of this missile. Okay, so hypersonic air breathe scramble technology was successfully demonstrated by the Defense Research DRDO on Monday with a flight test on the hypersonic technology demonstration, and it is a major technical breakthrough. Okay, and yes, so these are the qualities of this missile. Okay, so the hypersonic air breather, so air breathing screaming jet technology. So this is prepared by DRDO, and it has placed a vital role in the defense system. Okay, so our India's the defense system and the security, so it was placed in the top of 4 places. So just we move forward. Okay, so here just we move forward. Yes, so if you see here, so nearly this kind of a system was there only in the 4 countries. Okay, you can see here it is okay, this major breakthrough. So with the text technology, cruise missile could now travel at hypersonic speeds. So this is regarding total the missile system. Okay, so which is very successfully tested yesterday by the DRDO. So by this, through this, so this kind of missiles were there for only three countries. That is for US, okay, USA, America, Russia, and China. But now the fourth country is India. Okay, so this is the world's powerful countries in the world. Okay, so this testing of this missile, hypersonic crucial missile, made that India stand in the fourth position in the world. So it has recognized in the fourth position for having such kind of technology. Okay, next, just moving forward. So Delhi Metro, yes. So Delhi Metro's checks off to cautious start. So around 15,500 passengers availed of the service in the 8 hours of operation. So from 7th onwards. So last time the government has given that from 7th onwards, uh, the metros is going to be start. Okay, so that's why this is regarding the Delhi. So Delhi metro station. Okay, next, Kangana gets Y plus CRPF cover. So this is the other thing. So Union Home Ministry on Monday ordered for accorded the central security cover for actor Kankana Ranaut, senior ministry official there. Next, so August rain second highest in the century. So we have seen that the rains which has taken place in the August month, so that was the highest in the century itself. So August rainfall this year has been highest since 1926 with 32.7 centimeters, about 27% more than what is the normal for the month. Okay, so just we move forward. Yes. Next, yes. Odisha villages set to join mobile highway. So many in violence hit Malkangiri district to get voice. So broadband for the first time. So Odisha has the most number of villages in the country with no mobile services. So we can see this the mobile highway. So that is in the okay thousands of villages in the Odisha. So Malkajgiri district are set to enjoy the uninterrupted cellular service for the first time in their lives. So previously, still they don't have the mobile services. Okay, so voice and 4G data was supplied. Yes, so just moving forward. Next, so in this page, so second page, yes. Yes, so social distancing, yes. So, okay, so social distancing easy as metros run nearly empty. So communication to Delhi and Gurgaon says they are satisfied with the safety precautions in the place at the station and the trains. So here we can see this running of metro trains in the national capital, that is Delhi. Okay, and also here we can see the social distancing. So very long distance was there. So this shows the safety measures. Okay, next, why steals 2 lakh from grandfather for PUBG? So no file registered as case withdrawn. So no FIR registered as case withdrawn. So one boy has a stealed for 2 lakhs from grandfather for PUBG game. Okay, and no FIR was registered as case is withdrawn by the grandfather. Okay. Next, just moving forward. So next one is yes. Okay. So this is so just okay. So next one is so liars representing right accused vary after FIR against advocate. So probe ordered against Pracha on charges of forgery. So after an FIR was registered against advocate Mahmoud Pracha, a group of lawyers representing accused in the communal rights case, especially from the minority community, have been feeling away from their professional conduct and suspect it will be impact on their cases. Okay, add blooper. So IIT Delhi issues a clarification. Okay, so just moving forward. Yes. So next one is okay. So fewer cases as testing dips 38%. So city reports 2077 new infections. So third zero survey sample collection completed. So with the number of tests falling by 38%, the city on Monday recorded 2,000 fresh COVID-19 cases in the past 24 hours. So according to a health bulletin released by the government, so total cases now stand at 1,93,526. So this is in the New Delhi. So Delhi COVID-19 cases. Okay. Next, National Education Policy lacks action plan, says Sisodia. So it must be implemented carefully. So this is regarding the education plan. So Sisodia, so he was telling about this, how this education policy was lacking down some plans. Okay. Next, issues digital degree to Delhi University students within 7 days. So High Court says students need papers for admission in universities abroad and jobs. Okay. So just moving forward. So yes. Next, yes. So brutally removed by police during protest. So give salary to civic body workers. So the Aam Aadmi Party on Monday said party leaders protesting outside the civic center against a non-payment of salaries to municipal corporations. Okay. So that means Dalits tortured in Uttar Pradesh under Adityanath. So this is the allegation. Okay. So attacking the BJP. So up on Monday alleged that so Dalits and Brahmins were being tortured in Uttar Pradesh. Okay. So just to move forward. Okay. So next from the north and east. So driver from Delhi killed by three passengers on UP highways. So his son alleges it is a case of lynching, but police deny hate crime angle. So a driver from Delhi was killed by three unidentified persons in the Greater Noida on Sunday when he was returning from Bulandshahr after dropping a passenger. So police said when family members allege it is a case of lynching. So the police denied any hate crime angle. So this is regarding the case. Okay. Next, forced scrutiny. So here we can see some of the allegations. Next, farmer starts campaign against agri ordinances. So center's move will lead to exploitation. So this is regarding the agri campaign. Okay. So farmers in Punjab under the banner of Kisan Mazdoor Sangharsha Samiti on Monday started a campaign to court arrest themselves as a mark of protest. The centers recently promulgated agricultural ordinances. Okay. So just moving forward. Yes. Okay. So next one, Panchayat elections in the Rajasthan from September 28. So code of conduct comes into effect. So Rajasthan State Election Commissioner on Monday so announced elections to 3,848 village panchayats in the four phases. So beginning September 28. So the sarpanchas and the ward, pan, ward panchayats will be elected in the polls, while a separate announcement will be made for the latter elections of Jilla Parishad and Panchayat Samiti members. So this is regarding the election announcement of Panchayat elections in the Rajasthan, and it is going to be start from September 28. Next, 3 month extension for retiring doctors, specialist in the Punjab. So Chief Minister announces more relaxations in the urban areas. Okay. With both cases and facilities due to COVID-19 going up in the Punjab, so Punjab Chief Minister Amir Singh so has announced 3 months extension for all the retired doctors and specialists. Okay. Next, national honor proves cold comfort for Odisha folk artist. So Padma Shri awarding Jitendra Haripal has been robbed of his livelihood after the COVID-19 lockdown. So, so here you can see this. So Jitendra Haripal awarded the Padma Shri in 2017 for the contribution of the folk music of his Odisha's Sampalgarpur district, and his fingers crossed, hoping the currently dry spell of the monsoon continues. So this is regarding this. Okay, ex-RS member dies of virus. Okay, next. So yes. So next one. Okay. So north and west side. Yes. So Pune district officials. So here just district. Yes. So Pune district's officials come hard on those floating flouting COVID-19 rules. So more than 1 crore in the fines collected from 40,000 violators in a week, says a JP CEO. So the curve of alarming speed of the novel coronavirus in the Pune's rural areas. So the district administration and the police are cracking down on the citizens, exploring COVID-19 regulations by not wearing masks or adhering to other precautionary measures. So this is regarding the Pune. So Pune is mostly affecting. So nowadays it was going to be affected a lot. So for that, so nearly so many workers are fined. Okay, because violating the rules of this COVID-19. And next, spraying disinfectants on the people to fight virus not recommended. So government. So why tunnels not banned it? Ask SC. The spraying of disinfectants on the humans causes both physical and psychological harm. The Union Ministry of Health informed the Supreme Court on Monday. So we should not spray any that means any disinfection infectants. Okay, so that may lead to other physical problems. Okay, and next, so just we move forward. So center launches 24/7 toll-free mental health rehab helpline. So it will provide support to people facing anxiety, stress. So the Union Social Justice and Employment Ministry on Monday launched a 24/7 toll-free fresh helpline to provide support to people facing anxiety, stress, depression, suicidal thoughts, and other mental health care concerns. So here we can see this. So Delhi. So Minister Takeri Gahlot launches the mental health rehabilitation helpline in the New Delhi. Okay. So next, so Quires ahead of mission sessions over COVID-19 test reports. So Chakot, so chaotic scenes were witnessed on Maharashtra Vidya Bhavan premises on Monday before the commencement of a two-day monsoon session of the legislature, as several MLAs were not allowed inside since their COVID-19 test reports were not available. Okay, just a minute forward. So here, okay. So next, police book 19 MNS work, MNS workers for forcibly opening temple. So as this is the lockdown period, so forcibly they have opened the temple. So for that, so police book 19 MNS workers for forcibly opening the temple. Okay, regarding the case. Next, editorials. So China's LAC aggression. So India obfuscation. So there are important reasons for the government's confusing claims. So political grandstanding and blurring of facts. So here, so for a political party that never misses out on given a remote opportunity to indulge an aggressive military talk, so the BJP and the government led by it seems to be sending out confusing signals about the ongoing India-China standoff on the line of actual control. So India reports about the Chinese aggression started trickling in for April from this year, and yet their contributions and continues to be little clarity even today. Okay, so two and a half front situations. So first, support is limited. So India's inability to clarity, so articulate, identify, and address the Chinese threat is also a function of another showing realization with, within the establishment recording the limited utility. Okay, and it comes to Euro-American assistance in checking China in South Asia. So this is regarding the relations with China. So recently the India and China. So both are at a standoff order. Okay. So regarding this, but Indian government, so government and also the party, political party must confirm the stand and also vote this confusion. Okay. Next, a testable choice. So India needs a more reduced approach to COVID-19 testing. So here on September 4th, so India crossed 4 million novel coronavirus cases. So 13 days after crossing the 3 millions on August 22. So this is regarding the increasing of this COVID-19 cases. Okay. So just move forward. Next. So the search for an end to complex Naga conflict. The center must note that most armed insurgencies find a resolution in a grey zone called compromise. So despite having a huge strategic significance, so India's northeastern frontier has largely remained marginal in the country's popular imagination as well as mainstream politics. Okay, and, uh, so rooted in the politics of the subnationalism and the complex issue of regional geopolitics. So this is regarding the northeast. So northeastern. So northeast people, so they are having with a significant, okay, the search for an end to complex Naga conflict. So this is regarding the Nagaland. So eastern side is it. So eastern, they are called as seven sisters. So seven sister states comes under eastern side of India. Okay, mainly they are formed with some conflict. So they have some conflict with the citizenship. Okay, like so the issues are here. So the NCM has demanded removal of Mr. Ravi's sentence. So here you can see this allegations of these northeast conflicts. Next, so just moving forward. Yes. So in the open editorials, so Nitish Kumar won't have it easy. So unemployment. So poor law and order and challenges to his leadership could affect his re-election chances. So this is regarding the frontier of hope that so long was associated with the Chief Minister Nitish Kumar might be crumbling. Okay, from Patna. So here is the Bihar, Nitish Kumar. Okay, so Bihar's address development indicators are no better. So according to the Center for Monitoring Indian Economy in the June 2020, so Bihar's unemployment rate was nearly double the national average in the year then. Okay, so this is regarding the future of this Nitish Kumar in the Bihar. Next, empower the youth first. So a focus on India's youth is the first step towards self-reliance. So if you want to be India as a self-reliance, then they must focus on youth. So youth mainly requires the employment. Okay, employment is the first thing. They require some employment first. Okay, and also we require the need of skills development. Okay, so this is about this. So just to move forward. Yes. Next, data points. So here you can see here a caption. Okay. So here innocent people, journalists, criminals, activists. So all of them are tied with the NSA, National Security Agency. Tied. Okay. So like this. So this is a caption. So next, off the tracks. So sharp drop in a goods parade. So rail trouble and also community-wise change in flight. So this is regarding the railways. Okay, rail trouble. So here we can see this the graph shows that percentage of change in meter 10 kilometer of the freight carried in the April to June. So how many goods are carried out? Okay, in the months. So this is regarding the goods train. How much goods are carried? So this is the development. Next, yes. So testing level. Fresh cases dip in Telangana, Kerala. So samples tested in Telangana are down sharply on Sunday. So Karnataka reports 141 deaths. So Andhra Pradesh records lower incidence after 12 days. So here we can see this. So Kerala is having total number of cases 89,489 and active cases are 29,066 and recovered cases are 66,997 and total deaths are 359 and Telangana. Okay, Telangana is having 1,42,771. So active cases are nearly 31,635 and here 1,10,241 are recovered and 895 for death. Next, Karnataka is 4,04,324 total cases. So active cases are 97,001 and recovered cases are nearly 3,77,775 people so recovered. And total deaths are 6,534. Next, Tamil Nadu. So 4,69,256. So active cases are nearly 51,215 and 4 lakh 10,000 people are recovered and 7,925 people are recovered or dead. Next in Andhra Pradesh. So nearly 5 lakh 6,493 cases are registered. So among these 97,932 are active cases and report cases are 4,04,000 and nearly 4,448 people have died. So this is the data for South India. Okay, next, so just we move forward. So High Court's acquittal in the Udamalpet case needs a serious consideration. So let's see. So that is the Supreme Court. So bench admits a criminal appeal filed by Tamil Nadu government. So the Supreme Court on Monday said that the Madras High Court decision to acquit a man sentenced to death for the daylight murder of his daughter's Dalit husband in the sensational Udalampet honor killing case in the Tamil Nadu was a matter requiring serious considerations. So this is the SC is telling, Supreme Court is telling the state court, that is the highest high court of this Madras. Okay. Next, so Nia accused erased data from consoles. So this is regarding the case of Nia. That is sorry. The two accused, Sumit Kumar Singh and Bihar and Rai Kumar of Rajasthan. So this is regarding the case. Next, a junior health inspector held on rape charge in Kerala. So the woman visited his house for COVID-19 negative certificate. Okay, so you can see here that is in Kerala. So Pangada police on Monday arrested junior health inspector for allegedly raping a woman who visited his house to collect a COVID-19 negative certificate after completion of her mandated quarantine period. Okay. So Youth Congress workers staging a protest in Thiruvananthapuram over abuse of a patient. Okay, next. Yes. So here, starting as consumer. So BCA graduate turned drug dealer. So gang used app-based services to courier drugs to police. So this is from Karnataka. Next, inaugural ride. So here, so wheels of the rescues. Okay, so here Vaisar CPMLA Roja. So riding a motorbike ambulance after inaugurating it at Nagari in Chittoor district on AP on Monday. Okay, next up. So Kerala Chief Minister rallies MPs against leasing of airport. So members to put pressure in center. So this is from Kerala. Okay. So next, just moving forward. Yes. So who will lead the Jambo Savari this time? So Mysore Dasara High Power Committee to take account today. So Abhimanyu likely choice to replace Arjuna. So here will Abhimanyu, the 55-year-old Tusker, get the nod for carrying the 750 kg golden out in the year's Jambu Saudri? So this is you can see here uh, the festival is coming for the festival, mainly the Mysore. So they are going to celebrate with high procession. So for this, whether he was going to get the chance to write this or not. So that is that. Okay. So next here, land grabbing incidents. So trigger fear in Tirupati. So land granting incidents over the last weekend have created a sense of fear among the citizens of the temple city. So precious chunks of land, especially those on the city outskirts, have been eyed by the professional land grabbers. Okay, this is from Andhra Pradesh. So next, just move forward. The ninth page. So LJP keeps options open on Bihar port. So the NDA members will shortlist 143 candidates and may even contest against the JDU. So continuing its tough stand against the Janata Dal, okay, president and Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. So this is regarding the competition between the ruling and the opposition in the Bihar. Okay, so LJP president, so Chirag Pashwa yet to decide if he has a party will stay with the NDA. Okay. Next, at virtual rally, so Nitish sets the election campaign rolling. So Jailsper teams terms online meetings a super duper flop. So supporters listening to Bihar Chief Minister virtual rally of the JDU. So this is regarding the Bihar elections. So Bihar Chief Minister Monday has listed his government's achievements to post 15 years and compare them with those of the 15 years resume of the previous party Patni. Okay, party. So this is the election campaign. So virtually they are making the campaigns. Next, here, stop privatization to save government jobs. Say stop. Only few friends special to Modi came. So he said. So this is from Rahul Gandhi. Okay. And next, yes. So Tenzin was on duty along LAC last month. So Tibetan soldiers funeral seen as Delhi's signal to Beijing. So media source says there is no shift in government policy. So in a sharp signal of a shift in the government of India's policy on politically acknowledging the 58-year-old Special Frontier Force. So BJP General Secretary from Madhav and BJP MP from Ladakh, Germany, so treason attended the funeral of company leader. Okay, so here we can see this. Next, So LAC situation very serious. So Jaishankar, he calls for deep conversation between the two sides at the political level. So External Affairs Minister so Jaishankar on Monday said the situation at the eastern Ladakh, where the Indian and Chinese troops have been an eyeball to eyeball confrontations since April was very serious and called for deep conversation between the two sides at the political level. So it was addressing the press. So the relation between the India and China, so they are becoming very bitter. So it should be taken as a serious matter and to discuss at political level between the both sides. Okay, so just moving forward. Yes, so in the 10th page, so 5 states record 57% of recoveries. So Maharashtra, AP, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, UP have contributed 60% of total COVID-19 cases. So in 24 hours, so Andhra Pradesh recorded the highest COVID-19 recoveries with 11,950 recoveries case. So Karnataka and Maharashtra followed with 9,575. Okay, so 5 states recorded 57% of recoveries. So it is in Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Uttar Pradesh. Okay. Next, PM must answer for failing to provide leadership. So Congress. So alarming rise in the number of COVID-19 cases and deaths. So Modi must answer how this government plan to control the alarming rise in the COVID-19 cases and deaths and restore the sinking economy. So the Congress said on Monday after the India surpassed Brazil in terms of the total number of infections. Next, yes. So here we can see this. So looking forward to the vaccine. So SSCO CO. So he is now at Oxford University. So this is regarding the vaccine for COVID-19 from Oxford University. So detailed steps for care of the elderly. So SC tells states to explain steps taken to handle the COVID-19 pandemic. Supreme Court tells the states to explain steps taken to handle the COVID-19 pandemic. So Supreme Court on Monday so asked the states to provide a more detailed version of the measures in place to provide care, support, and priority medical treatment to ensure to senior citizens and especially those who live alone during the COVID-19 pandemic. So the Supreme Court is asking the state government to provide the how they are going to take care of these measures. Next, so Tripura MLA issues ultimates on lapses. So he alleges the lack of hospital equipment. Okay, so this is a headline. Next, just we move forward. Yes. So here, FIR against Punjab MLA for video on pandemic. So Punjab police on Monday registered an FIR against the Lok Insaf Legislature Committee. So you can see here. Okay. And next, so just go forward. Next in the 11th page. So August rainfall highest since 1926 AMD. So however the season as a whole is likely to record a normal rainfall as was forecast in June. So August rainfall this year has been the highest since 1926 with 32.7 centimeters. Okay, so here you can see this a woman with two children rose underboard in the flooded field of Bagalkot. So Bagalkot, very nice series. So cut off for the leg. Next, to change our ways swiftly and globally. So David Attenborough, so veteran broadcaster accepted Indira Gandhi Peace Prize. So Indira Gandhi Peace Prize was awarded for David Attenborough. So former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh said on Monday that the UPA government was criticized as being too restrictive on giving the environmental clearance, but it knows to strike a balance of between the proceeding in the environmental and meeting developmental needs. Okay. Next, just to move forward. Yes. So Rafale induction ceremony at Ambala on Thursday. So second batch of four jets likely to arrive in October. Okay, see here. So the formal inductions of ceremony and the so Rafale fighter jets will be held at Ambala Air Force Station on the September 10 on the Indian Force on the east side. So Rajnath Singh and the French Defense Minister so for introduction of the ceremony, an official source said. So Rafale induction. Second batch of four jets likely to arrive in October. Next, Ria files plea against Sushant's sister. Okay. So NCB to question actor again today in connection with the death case. Okay. So next, man who shouted teacher lynched by mob in the Uttar Pradesh. Next, Congress acting on Prime Minister's agenda. So Congress. So ruling party trying to deflect attention from problems of people in the Bihar. It says. Okay. Just move forward. So next is showcase. So when bubbles go tech. So now so you can see this afterwards. Yes. Now the world news. So UK threatens to undercut Brexit Act. So government planning legislation to override parts of the withdrawal agreement. So EU registers protest. So Britain's torches divorce from the EU burst into the fresh crisis on Monday after the London signaled it could undermine the exit agreement with the Brussels unless free trade terms are agreed by the next man. So actually they are going for the Brexit. So Britain exit from the European Union. Okay. So but this will be signed after agreed by the next month. Okay, next journalist for US media face possible expulsion from China. So it comes amid Washington's targeting of Chinese reporters. So China is delaying the renewal of press corps for at least five journalists working at four US media outlets. The operation of a foreign correspondent said on Monday, making them vulnerable to expulsion in the apparent retribution for Wednesday's targeting of Chinese reports working in the United States. Okay, so next, just to move forward. So, eight jailed for Khashoggi's murder. So, Saudi court overturns five death sentences. So, defendants not named. So, IS claims responsibility for Tunisia terror attack. So, this is you can see here that is Islamic State jihadist group on Monday claimed that responsibility for a knife attack in Tunisia the previous day, which killed the nation guard officer, wounded badly another. And next, so first pledge on Stitchen oil tanker of Sri Lanka. So squally conditions led to fresh flare up. It's a massive fire that crippled an of oil tanker of tanker of Sri Lanka has regenerated, so reignited in strong winds. The island's nation's navy said on Monday, so just day after the blaze was exhausted. So next one is Navalny out of coma. So Berlin hospital. So his condition was improved and he is responding to verbal stimuli, says doctor. Next, Saudi Arabia wants a fair solution for Palestinians. So King speaks to Trump over the phone. So Saudi Arabia supports a fair solution for the Palestine cause. So King Salman has told Donald Trump in a phone call. Okay. Next, just a minute forward. So next, an all-powerful president and a rubber stamp parliament. So recently gazetted draft 20th amendment enhances Sri Lankan president immunity. So opposition fears it will take the country back by a decade. So in the Sri Lankan government recently gazetted the draft of 20th amendment 28 to the constitution. So it was merely keeping in the election promise. Okay. So here the president base was more powerful. So it also drastically reduces the authority and functions of the prime minister, sparking the speculations. Okay, just moving forward. So next business. So measures needed to protect growth potential. So government reluctance to do more now. So conserve resource for possible future stimulus. So self-defined former RBI chief Rajan. Okay. Next one. So important headlines. RBI sets a sectorial norms for resolution of COVID-19 related stress assets. So key financial rights prescribed by Comment panel intended to be floors or ceiling. So the RBI Reserve Bank on Monday specified 5 financial ratios and sector specific thresholds for resolution of COVID-19 related stress and assets in the 26 sector, including auto components, aviation, and tourism. Okay. Next, Vodafone Idea hints at tariff hike. So rebrands offering as why. Okay, every player is selling below cost. So says MD and CEO at that. Next, just moving forward. Yes. So RBI to buy and sell G6 for 10,000 crore. Okay. Next, curbs on the current account affecting MFI Sagan. So sector will face open national issues. Okay. And next, just to move forward. So this is regarding the business. And come to the sports. So Novak Djokovic disqualified. Accidentally hit line judge the ball as he vents his frustration at losing serve. So Djokovic was dramatically disqualified from the US Open on Sunday after accidentally striking a women line judge with a ball during the last 16th match. Okay, 16th match and sending shock waves through the tournament. Next one. So deconstructing the defaults. So here, okay, next, no carrying past baggage, says Kohli. And just other headlines are so Sindhu to play Uber Cup. Okay. Yes. So if you see here, so a message for Neeraj in Vetta's amazing throw. The Indian needs to be prepared to get a similar level to fight for gold. So from so Russell could make a double 100 number at number 3. So KKR mentor David Harsey hopes the West Indian will continue to do wonders. just moving forward. So PWL. So WFI to adapt, wait and watch more. Next, managing chain is the so AITA chief. Dronacharya recalled the long journeys. So you are not just a coach, but a mentor. So friend and brother. So Jaspal tells Professor Thomas. So Lalgila India had all the prize for ISL. So these are the headlines from the sports. Okay. So these are all the headlines from this newspaper, the Hindu, and also some of the editorials. Okay. Yes. So that is the today's all the headlines and also as well as the editorial analysis from this the Hindu newspaper. That is from September. That is on Tuesday, September 8, 2020. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, and click bell icon for more videos and updates. Okay. So thanking you. Have a nice day.